Peace family, this is Samantha L. As I promised, I will be making more videos to spread my wealth of knowledge that I have. As I said before in another video, I'm not a big fan of making videos, but I have had people continually request, and I'm sorry, I have a cold right now, but I'm doing this for you guys because I love my people. And I try to do everything I can to move my race forward. But I've been requested for years by a lot of people to start to do videos on my knowledge. Usually it's people who follow me on Facebook and they see my posts and I've been contacted, inboxed multiple times, people asking me for a lot of advice as far as like which books to read to become conscious. Which website builder do I recommend to build a website if they want to start an online business, and so on and so forth. And then I've even had people tell me that I need to be on Samantha TV. I don't really watch that channel. I think they're a little bit different from what I'm about. So, but my friend who I actually went to school with, he thought that they needed a woman's voice, and they do. I only see men on that channel, but I'm not sure I would be a good fit because I'm just not like a big person who loves a lot of attention. So I do my videos, and I don't want to have to really work with anybody to do them, and that's it. So yeah, but and I mean, eventually in the future, I might partner with people and do videos. I know I have a few sisters who want to do a video with me to talk about certain topics, but not on a regular. I don't see myself doing it on a regular basis. So let's dive right in. I wanted to talk today about how to become an entrepreneur and some really easy ways to start a business. And why am I discussing this topic? Because I just started a business this week, and this would be my. I'm actually have started so many businesses. I've lost count. I started one business a few years ago, and it flopped. It was called Africa Lovers. I didn't know what I was doing. You learn best, in my opinion, through experience and just educating yourself. So I follow Dr. Boyce Watkins, and I've taken his Black Belt Boot Camp, and I study under him, watch his videos religiously every single day. Time I wake up, I'm turning on his videos. They give me life. They give me inspiration. He gives me knowledge. So I've learned a lot from him, and I've learned a lot from my trial and error of doing things myself. So the first thing I want to start to tell you is how to start a business. I've had people contact me and tell me they don't know how to start a business, or they don't have the money to start a business. They ask me, how can I start a business with little to no money? And I'm here to tell you how to do it. It's not that difficult. So this is exactly what I use. I will only go talk about the companies I have experience with. I mean, I don't really plan to. I'm sorry, I thought I saw something. I mean, I don't really plan on recommending businesses because I don't recommend to use is Site Builder. Do not use Site Builder. They will scam you and try to take your money. In the beginning of this year, when I didn't know how to build a website yet, I was going to pay someone to build it, and so I paid them $700. And I don't mind paying that kind of money when I'm investing in my business or in myself, something I know is going to further me along. So I went between them and GoDaddy, and GoDaddy was charging like $2,400. So this, I guess, is just an episode of you get what you pay for kind of thing. So I was like, well, I am on a budget. I was just laid off. I'm going to pay the $700 and get this website built, keep it simple, and save some money. Oh, not fun experience at all. Like we had like a really big snowstorm around the time because I was laid off in January, and we had a huge snowstorm. So I was giving these people the benefit of the doubt when they didn't get back to me right away, because I knew all over the country people were dealing with blizzards and probably couldn't get into work, so on and so forth. But honestly, this day and age, that's not really an excuse, because most people have cell phones and computers and they can send an email or whatever. They didn't do anything. I didn't hear from them for weeks. And, let's keep the long story short because I have so many other things to talk to you guys about. I ended up having to go through my bank to get my money back from them. And they just never really they weren't going to be on my website. I wasn't happy with their service. So then I asked for my money back, and then they didn't want to give me my money back. It was a nightmare. So I tell people now, when you build your website, do not use sitebuilder.com. I believe they're creating fake reviews to make it seem like they're this great website. And there's a thing called SEO, which is search engine optimization, that people can pay companies to do, or they can do it themselves if they figure out how to do it. There's books on it where you can do it yourself. And I think they're making sure they're showing up in the top results, and then they on top of that give themselves a review, because you can download apps, install apps on your website to do certain things like show reviews and the stars and things like that people can see on Google. So that's exactly what they did, and they tried to scam me, but luckily I'm with a really great bank and they got my money back in no time. So I tell people stay far, far away from them. So the good thing is, that's the bad part of it. But the good thing is I actually build websites now myself. I went ahead, and after that experience and not having the money to pay GoDaddy, I went ahead and just learned how to build a website through trial and error. And I was like and I have an IT background too, so sometimes I know I might be making it sound like it's simple. It may not be simple to others. When you're in a certain field and you've been doing it for so long, you kind of forget that everyone doesn't know what you know or understand things how you understand things. So I was a systems analyst, so I just my brain works a little differently. But yeah, so I can help you. I'm so sorry. I'm so tired, guys. I haven't really been getting a lot of sleep. Just been working around the clock. I can't sleep because I keep thinking about my latest business that I started, is the Susu community, and I just wanted to go really well for my community, and so I just haven't been sleeping. But anyways, let's move on. So I build websites, and of course I do charge to build your website because my time isn't free. But I will build it, and I will build it at a decent rate, so that you don't get screwed over. I would like for you not to get screwed over and not to go broke either, but it actually is going to be time consuming. And what I recommend using, the companies that I love and who I'm using right now, is GoDaddy and Shopify. And why did I choose Shopify? I actually chose Shopify because in the midst of me researching e-commerce and what I was going to do for my business, my store is called LocStar Revolution. It's at www.lsrclothing.com. And in the midst of me educating myself, you can pretty much find anything you want to find on YouTube, and almost like go to school through YouTube, like go to college through YouTube. But I kept seeing blogs and videos and just a plethora of information from Shopify, and I thought that was incredible. And I just felt like if they're helping people this much and we're not even customers, imagine how amazing the experience would be once I am a customer. So I signed up, and it's been an amazing experience. I'm trying to think why I love it. One thing I love about it is it's very scalable, and you may not know what scalable means, but it basically means that you can grow your business very easily, or you can, make it smaller. You can do whatever fits your needs, and it's just so they make it very user friendly, very easy to do that. So like if you want to, for instance, I had this one app on there that allowed me to offer clothing from Nordstrom's to my customers, and I wanted a lot of products because I had just started. I didn't have any inventory, and so I was using this app. Since then it's gone out of, it doesn't work anymore, and plus it was a little bit expensive for what I was actually making off the clothes. I wasn't making a profit, so I let the app go. But it's just an example of how you can start a business. Shopify is $20 some dollars a month, and the apps are added to your monthly cost. So if you can start the business and get the revenue going and gain some profits, then you can pay your monthly fee, and you've got a business. You're CEO of a company. So before, and then I also love GoDaddy, because GoDaddy it is where all my database is. And my home, it does my hosting for me, and I have my domains with GoDaddy. And you might be asking, what are those things? So the domain is kind of like, to me, I call it, it's like an address. It's your domain, like your like eminent domain, like where you live or where your business lives. It's like being a brick and mortar store, except it's online. So my domain, www.lsrclothing.com, that's my domain. And then I have my hosting is when you have to put the domain on something. So it's kind of like if you build a house, you have to buy the land too to put the house on. You can't just build a house and then it's just floating in the sky. You're paying for the property, the land, and that home as well that's on top of it. Or you might just buy the, again, you have a lot of options. So you may just say, I need hosting, I don't need a domain, I already have a domain. So you could just pay for hosting. So it's very flexible to allow you to grow or decrease the size of your business very easily. And the other reason why I love GoDaddy is because they do a great job of keeping my websites updated. I don't know what it is, guys, but the software seems to always need an update. Like every time I log in, because I have a blog, and of course I also have my store, LocStarClothing.com, and between those two things, it's just it can get hectic. And now I have Nawasuwatu on there as well, so it really helps to be hosted by a business that handles my updates and protects my websites and so on and so forth. It's just peace of mind I don't have to worry about. And it's actually not very expensive. I can't remember how much it costs, but the good thing is that I want to say once you buy the hosting, I think it's once you buy the hosting package, you get to, I want to say you can choose your domain for little to no money, or you probably bring your existing domain over. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to say. They have a WordPress site that is attached to the domain, and to my knowledge, if I can recall correctly, because I signed up a while ago, but to my knowledge, you can actually have two sites on the one domain, on the one host account. So it doesn't get any better than that. And it's another great thing about GoDaddy. Their pricing is incredible, and it's a one-time fee typically. Not a one-time fee for life, but for that year or however many years you get your products for. Some people, they say, I want to go out 5 years, I want to go out 10 years, whatever. And it doesn't pay you, it doesnn't charge you monthly, which is just so annoying. You get to pay your one amount and be done with it. So with that being said, I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm going to cut it short. I will be talking to you guys again soon. Until I see you again, take care of yourselves and each other. Love your brothers and sisters. Protect them and cover them in all the love that God has and your ancestors have, and protect each other. Do not go up against each other, because we have enough enemies. We do not need to be each other's enemies. Until I see you again, you guys take care of yourselves and each other. Peace, love, and light. I'm out.